It's 4:09 on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Very special guest in the studio, the one and only Roby Marshall. Welcome.
Hey, George. How are you, my friend?
I think this is the first time we've actually been on the air in a situation like this.
This is absolutely the first time, George, and you know how much I dislike doing this.
And yet you're so good at it.
Thank you.
So,
my goodness,
you're here though to talk about Albert Einstein Academy, and you kind of have a personal experience with it because your son attends Albert Einstein Academy, correct?
That's correct, George. My son Sage is a second semester junior over there at Einstein. He left Valencia High School because he was having some troubles over there, and he needed a change, and luckily we found Einstein, and it really has made the difference. This kid has done a complete 180, George. I don't want to sound over dramatic when I say it saved his life, but it actually may have. It completely turned this kid around. We finally have our Sage back. He is a new person. He's fun and lighthearted around the house. I had no idea how much his old school was just weighing on his heart and his soul, and it was just tearing him down, and this change is exactly what the doctor ordered.
And, you know, public schools sometimes, because you've got such a diversity of students and varying education levels, and there's not really, I mean, yeah, there's a basic perhaps level of focus or a basic education standard, which can suit perhaps the majority of students, but in a case such as Albert Einstein, where they have a bit more of a focused approach and a little bit more of a kind of a safe haven, even from a social standpoint, is that right?
That's right. That is true. It's a much smaller class. You have such specialized treatment. They just look after you. They know what's going on in your life. You're just not a number on their attendance roster. They really know who you are and what's going on in your life, and it's a great thing.
And so he's been able to also improve academically as well.
He's right now he's walking around bragging that he's got straight A's right now.
Well, that's terrific. Is that the first time that's happened?
Since 8th grade, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's an awkward time. I mean, there's 15, 16 years old. You're really, really unsure of yourself anyway. And so, especially when it's something, you got all these other outside influences that are disrupting your focus, to have a place like Albert Einstein, especially for someone like Sage, is a perfect opportunity to kind of get him to grow and really find his own focus on so many levels, right?
Stretch his wings, yes, that's right.
And because he is a nice kid. He actually, interned here over the summer for a little while.
He's a good one. I love that kid.
Yeah, you've got...
It's so nice to see him back to being his old self. And I just thank the people over there, and that's why I decided I really don't like talking on the radio, George. It's not my forte. But I had to pinch hit today because the person, this is scheduled every Wednesday, 4:10 is the Albert Einstein Spotlight, and the person scheduled for today couldn't make it, and they asked me to pinch hit, and I'm happy to do it because I just love that place so much.
Well, nothing better than personal experience. So, especially for parents, if your child is struggling on any type of level, whether it's social or even academic, it's a good opportunity just to kind of check them out and see if this Albert Einstein might be the right.
The great unique thing is all those kids in that classroom experienced the same thing that Sage did, and they just welcomed him with open arms. They know what he was going through.
Well, that's terrific. So Albert Einstein Academy,
EALAS.org.
Thank you. And you also can find them on our website, hometownstation.com. Go through that way as well. Roby, always a pleasure.
Thanks, George.
All right. Time is 4:12. We'll be back with more after this.
The powerhouse fire continues to blaze, and 30 homes have been destroyed.
Hello, I'm George Cummings with your SCV News Break.